I want to be in your face, but you can't hold me here like this, actually. That's not allowed.
Hi there, my name is Kaylee.
My name is Shay.
This is Harvey, and we're tackling some big debt
in the Big Apple.
And today, we're here to explore YNAB's new target types. I just got them.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to mess around with them a little bit and kind of talk through what I'm seeing and how they differ from what they were before. If you're new to YNAB, you may know that the targets are usually where people get a little lost.
And I am someone who is new to YNAB. I don't use the program a lot because that's more Kaylee's thing. And so the reason I am here is that maybe I'll have some questions that people who are also new to YNAB might have. So I'm just going to watch and ask questions.
Please do.
That might be foolish.
I don't think they'll be foolish.
No
foolish questions, as we like to say in this house. I'm actually going to put us, over here today.
Whoa.
I know. Maybe we'll put us up a little. I don't know. Let's get freaky. So, the targets that YNAB used to have, needed for spending, monthly savings builder, savings balance. Mm-hmm. They were kind of anchored to monthly specifically. There were a few options that have weekly categories, but not a ton. From what I can tell, bi-weekly is still not a thing, which is not my favorite, but it is what it is. Mm-hmm. We are in May because that's when most of our stuff is not yet funded. So let's just take a look at what it looks like to have just a regular, this is a bill, this is my phone bill. It goes out every single month for the exact same amount. Mm-hmm. It's got a cute little donut chart I noticed that is new. Mm-hmm. I love a donut chart. For something that I fill every month, this is not like, it goes from 0 to 100. But, for other things, it's cute. Mm-hmm. We'll see later. So what it is right now is you pick your date, weekly, monthly, yearly, or custom, if you want to invent a new date. So this is a monthly bill that I have where I need $81.38 by the 9th. And then next month, this is where it's different. They don't have the same names of the targets anymore. It is now, you're talking about the behavior that you want to see from YNAB, which I think is more intuitive, makes more sense if you're just coming in from the outside.
Yeah.
I need this much money by then, and then next month, I want this to repeat again, and I want it to set aside another $81.38. So no matter what is in here, you're going to add another $81.38. Or just refill it up to $81.38. So if for some reason this month my phone bill was only $81 and not 38 cents, I don't need to have money stacking on top of each other for my phone bill. Mm-hmm. It's never going to be more than $81.38 unless, it is, and then they'll tell me about it. So I only ever want it to be this much. So that's that. And then you go, okay, cool, that's what it is. And so then every month I go forward into June, $81.38 by the 9th. Great. Love that. Where it gets a little more different is our Con Edison. This is our gas and electric bill. Mm-hmm. This bill, we budget above what we think it's going to be in the winter.
Yes.
Because in the summertime, when the AC is going, that bill cranks.
A lot more money.
So we want this one to build. Like, it is going to be more than expected later in the year.
And this is the kind of target that used to be monthly savings builder,
yes,
right?
This used to be a monthly savings builder. Mm-hmm. So what it is I need $150 just by the end of the month. Mm-hmm. Next month, I want another $150.
Yes.
No matter what is in here. So right now we have $105 in there. Next month, I still want to add $150. I don't want to just add $45.
Yeah.
I want it to keep stacking on each other over time. And that is rad. You can also do it yearly. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. Mm-hmm. But you could do a yearly one and then build over time with a yearly. That'd be good for like sinking funds and stuff. But we'll look at that when we get there.
Yeah. Here's a new person question. Mm-hmm. So for a category such as reimbursement parking, mm-hmm. where you want to save up, mm-hmm. But then put a cap on those savings once you've reached that.
For sure.
Is there an existing way to do that? Like, is there a new way to do that?
So I think what that would be mm-hmm. is custom. We don't need it on a date, I don't think. Can we do it with no date? Have a balance of
Ah, okay.
I want to have a balance of $150.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Let's just say it's $200 for now, just so we can see what it does, and then we'll change it back.
Yeah.
I want to have a balance of $200 at some point. We can put a due by date or not.
Okay.
So this is something that we don't necessarily have a date for, but let's pick one. So let's say by August 2024, I want to have a balance of $200 in this, and then I want it to stop.
Uh-huh.
So we're 75% of the way there. And every month until August
2024,
we'll need to put in $12.50. And then it will hit that, and then it will stop.
And then it will stop asking you for more.
It will stop asking for more until you spend from it, and then you can up it again.
That's very cool.
What I want to see next time they update the targets is to say, I want to have a balance of $200 at all times. If I spend from it, I want to then add X number of dollars a month until it is full up again. Because what's going to happen is, if we then spend all $200 of this, then the next month it's going to say add $200.
Ah.
But I want to start building it up slowly again if I need to spend from it.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah.
150.
But within the system that exists now, that would be a situation where you just change the due date, yes?
Yes, you would have to go in and change the due date and say, like, okay, over X number of months I can add however much money. But I wish it could just say, like, okay, and then if this goes under the target amount, I can add $25 a month until it gets back up to that 200, and it'll cap it again.
Ah.
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Next time. YNAB?
Yes.
Would love that. So this is fully funded, so that's nice.
Yes. We love our reimbursement parking.
We do love our reimbursement parking. We didn't have to use it in a while because you're not traveling as much.
That's true.
Have a balance of $100 by May 2024. That's what we have. A balance of $100 right now. So then if we spend it, it will let us know, like, hey, that is under what you want it to be.
Yeah.
All right. This one, refill up to $108 each year, 90% of the way there. $519 this month. All right. These are all my annuals. Yep, all my annuals. That's looking good. You know what I want to see, is there a way to do... So I don't remember how much this is. Hold on, let me look it up. Our Meow box, for example, I wanted it to be set we get it quarterly. So now I can do it is actually $25.95. I want to have $25.95. It is due on the next one, April, May, June, July.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to repeat every 3 months. Would even change to months. Okay, so if I save that. All right.
Nice.
So now I don't have to. Look at that. I like that. Okay. What other weird categories do we have? Nothing really that weird.
No. Yeah. The only other weird situation that we have is the one where we have the travel category and then all the subdivided.
Yeah, but that's unfortunately not solved from this.
From this particular update?
No, because we have our target here, but then we'd have to make a target for each of these trips, which I did do technically.
Mm-hmm. But
I
there's
made
just
a target.
No due date attached.
There's no due date attached because I don't want it to ask me for that money in the budget because we're saving in this category.
Yeah.
So I want to have a balance of $1,500. Yes. And it'll come from here. So I don't want it to yell at me.
Yeah.
We've also got here, so I edited this in our video the other day. That's what kind of inspired this, is that they now have a weekly savings builder option.
Yeah.
So I get paid on Friday, every Friday. I get paid weekly just because of where I live and what I do, which is nice. But all of the targets were basically based on the month. So this used to not have a target for the week, and so I would forget about it all the time. I'm hoping this helps me not forget about it, but I don't know, at least it might. But so now I can say, weekly target, I need $9 every Friday, and next month I want to continue doing that. Another $9 every single week, forever, until he turns 10, and then
Yes, and
then we up it to 10.
Yep.
But so now it will say this is the total for the month, and then it changes based on how many Fridays are in the month. But it's a savings builder, so it's not like groceries, for example. We have the 125 needed every week, and then the expectation is that we spend from it. So in this one, yeah, so the only way before we could break it up by week was to have a needed for spending target. There was no savings builder by week.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that would mean that when we flipped into the next month, if we put the $45 here, then the next month it would be needed for spending. So it would think we didn't need to add any more money.
Yes.
Unless I set it to like the yearly total, and then it would just be mad at me forever.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that at least. And then this still changes with the Fridays versus having a static number month over month. So this makes me very happy. They also made some updates to the progress bars, as you can see. So there's this money that's already here, and then there's still the same little progress bars. So you can see week over week as they build throughout the month. And then they'll stack on top, and then this one will get a little bit longer. And then
it feels very satisfying.
It does feel very satisfying. We're gamifying budgeting, everyone. Everything's a game. Everything's a competition. Look at our tiny little dot down here, because there's 17 cents in the household consumables. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, I think this is going to be short and sweet because there's not a lot of updates to the functionality of the targets themselves,
mm-hmm.
which I think is where some people got a little thrown off in all the YNAB scenarios. It's like the targets did not change.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the verbiage around the target. There were some slight changes about, we're now the weekly savings builder
mm-hmm.
and things like that. And I think there's probably still some more updates to come in the life of YNAB. Hopefully many updates to come in the life of YNAB. But
this particular one definitely feels like an update for the me's of the world
mm-hmm.
rather than an update for the you's of the world.
Well, to be fair, I am wildly crazy about this app, this functionality of it. I know a lot about it.
Yes, but I happen to know for a fact that you are not alone.
I'm not alone. You're not alone. Some people get that reference too. Yeah, so I think what this does is it allows you to have a logical grasp of what's happening without having to do homework about it.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm out of town or you're manning the budget, or if you just want to and you're setting up a target,
it's much easier now.
You have that functionality and you feel confident in doing so because the language makes more sense.
Yes.
Based on what you're actually trying to do, which is wonderful.
Yes, it is. Cool.
New targets.
Yeah.
Thanks, YNAB. Love them.
Good stuff.
Still happy about snooze. I still get a real kick out of that every day too. So love seeing the updates. Love seeing the functionality. Love you. That's all from us. Happy budgeting.
Yeah.
See you on Friday.